What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's Mike Watson in the building right now, and I'm trying to make up for the fact that this computer been acting stupid and I'm running late, but I'm gonna get you caught up. All right, there we go. That didn't get us caught up, but I've hit a couple technical difficulties today. Things that have never happened before in my whole computer life, the tenure of my computer life. Stuff just didn't happen the way it is. I mean, and I'm a little flabbergasted by it because I even turned my computer off for a couple hours to let it charge up because I know I've been on it. I've been using it a lot. And I still got by some computer something. It's unthinkable what just happened. You just wouldn't be able to think of something like this. It's literally unthinkable how this just happened. Which leads me into what we're talking about today. A cool ass comic book called The Unthinkables. You like how I slid that in there? I just worked that in there. That's what I do, man. I just throw those things in there. I'm pretty jazzed because I have one of my favorite people of all time coming onto the show today, and I love getting to hang out with her and talk about the awesome comic books that she does, and she does with Unlikely Hero Studios. So that's probably giving away way more than what it is. But let's get into my normal rigmarole before we break that out. J-Man's in the building with the FSK chat. Thank you so much, man. Glad you have you here. What's up, Mike and FSK fans, friends, and family? J-Man is here, baby. FSK, FSK, FSK. J-Man has officially started this chant like maybe a couple days before FSK Day, and now he does it all the time. I appreciate it so much. Daniel, they say you're a fast talker. I don't think that was very fast. I used to be able to talk faster. I'm slowing down in my old age. Thank you, Moana. Appreciate it. Andrew's in the building, and Daniel's here as well. All right, so let me shout out Andrew Duggan, Haley Dennis, Bradley Arnie, Tom Kelly, and Unlikely Hero Studios. They are Patreon members of mine, and they help me have a Patreon page, because without them, I would not. I think you should join my Patreon page today as well, because I got some cool stuff. I'm actually making some trendy updates, and I'll be drawing the Brown Hornet for this month's exclusive. So that's going to be fun. And I'm going to be adding some new exclusives and stuff to the Patreon page. So please check it out. All right. So let me see here. I'm looking. We got this thing. You know what? Let's not even play around anymore. Let's just get right to it because we are running behind. And this is going to be a venture in drawing today. So
here comes a new challenger!
What's up, Laurie Foster?
Yay. That was a really fast intro. That was impressive.
I was just trying to get it caught up. We were running a few minutes back. And let's see here. All right. So you got some things going on, Miss Lady. You got a studio that's kicking out some kick-ass comic books, and right now you're currently in a successfully funded already Kickstarter. You've only been up for what, 48, 72 hours?
Yeah, 48.
All right, awesome. Don't mind me, I am multitasking because the things I normally do prior to the show, I'm trying to do at the same time here, which is getting this spread out to as many people as possible so they can check you out and all the stuff that you guys have going on and what we're going to be talking about.
That's awesome. That's okay.
All right, so now I saw this post happen a couple weeks ago, and I just saw this amazing cover art of these two grizzled, war-stricken females on here that just look like they cause all types of physical harm to anyone that comes in their path. And I was like, what the hell is this? And then I looked up and I'm like, oh, that's an Unlikely Hero Studios book. All right, that's right up their alley. So what's going on with this? Tell us about this book.
Okay. It's pretty simple. All of the superheroes in the world are dead.
Okay.
And the government thinks it might be a good idea to get supervillains to try to fight whatever killed them.
Okay.
And it turns out that was not a great plan.
Hold up. So they tried to Suicide Squad this.
Yeah, but they discovered that they're much more crazy and violent than the Suicide Squad.
All right. So they get in this situation. All the heroes are dead, and they're like, "Oh, we could convince the villains to do something for us to help us out or whatnot." Why are these villains different from the atypical villains? That's the sense I'm getting.
That's a good question. I'm trying to think of how to. There.
But don't spoil anything for us.
Yeah, that's it. I also can't spoil anything. I don't know. They kind of feel like grittier, more realistic versions of villains. So like they're actually like they're fucked up. Do you know what I mean? Like in Suicide Squad, you know, like people are fucked up, but like you kind of love and like not to say you don't love these villains, you do, like you love them, but like they're batshit crazy and like yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what? There is nothing wrong with that at all. I think there is a more realistic, grittier, grounded villain is kind of like not a new thing, but it's recent where it's taken off. So I think people are looking forward to that type of thing more so than anything now. And I think you guys have cracked it open. What I like about the book that I've seen so far, because I've been all over the Kickstarter page, you guys' Kickstarter is one of the hardest things to decide what you're going to get, because there's a ton of stuff. There's a lot of variety, and then there is, you spread everything out good. Like I feel like I'm actually in a store shopping. Like, do I want this shirt with the orange in it, or do I want this shirt with the red in it? Which one? They both look good on you, but which color is really going to bring out my eyes is what I have to do when I'm shopping at Rewards for you. So when I'm looking through your Kickstarter page, I see a lot of really cool designs, and I don't want to get the character's name wrong, but Devilfish?
Yes.
Crazy dope design. Like, he looks cool as hell. Like, is there anything you can tell us about that character?
Again, I can't give away a lot. It's like, it's crazy because like the whole first issue is just spoilers, so like it's really hard for me to say a lot about it. Yeah, like I mean, it's the only thing I can say is all the superheroes in the world are dead, and even that's a spoiler, but like we have to tell you that, right?
Right.
But Devilfish is kind of like if we went and asked Godzilla for help, because Godzilla's strong, he's got shit going on, maybe he can help. It seems like a really stupid idea, and it is, let me tell you, but yeah, that's basically what we're looking at. He's kind of like a kaiju type of guy.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. I don't think that's spoiler. That's interesting. Kaiju have been forever popular over in, the Japan area with all that kind of stuff, Godzilla, and then I think we got Pacific Rim. We got our version of Kaiju over here with Pacific
exactly.
Rim.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Your guys' twist on that or whatnot. So now as I'm about to get ready to dive in on this piece now, what inspired the trailer? Like, was a really cinematic trailer that you guys put out for the Kickstarter. And for those of you that need to know, the Kickstarter link has been posted. We're going live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So you can click on that link right there to get to the Kickstarter.
This looks awesome, by the way.
Well, let's hope I can pull it off. We're just getting started. I don't know a whole lot about this character, but then I've seen her jumping around a few times in a few panels. I figured she is a more deadly version than Black Widow or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and she's longer lived. She's been living for, I want to say she's 150 or something.
Wow.
So she's got a lot of that wisdom backing things up.
Her skin looks amazing for 150.
Exactly. And of course she's had more time to become more crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, the trailer, that was such a blast. Paul Hanley, he's the guy who writes Unthinkables. I don't know if he has a degree in animation or he did animation in college, but like he wrote the script for me for the trailer, and I was like, this is fantastic. Like he just impressed, because we usually do like a kind of a cinematic trailer, and they're usually pretty good. But like he wrote me this, and I was like, holy shit! Like this is awesome. And it's definitely the fastest trailer we've ever done. Like there's a ton of cuts, and it was I want to say we got 12 different voice actors to do all the different characters. We got we got a woman from Scotland to do Riot Girl, and she has an absolutely fantastic accent. And we got a really awesome friend of ours to do Verve, and like it was just the voices are awesome.
Yeah, I can't argue that. The voices really, really brought this thing to life. And I was just like, I just feel like while it's in the same theme of the trailers that you guys have done, it just looks like you guys have jumped to the next level with the trailers that you're making for your Kickstarters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I really feel that way too. And it's crazy because like I try to keep the trailers to like 1 minute or a minute and a half, and this ended up being 3, but it feels like a minute. Like you don't get tired of it while you're watching it, which I think it's awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to be sharing it on Facebook a bunch of times because I'm really excited about it, and I don't think enough people are seeing it.
Oh, well, that can bring me into a segue. We can go on a detour real quick while you guys are sitting at $7,542 with 192 backers. Can we get them to 200 backers during the show today? I've got to color this thing Bob too, so we got the time. Can we get 200 backers while we're on this show today? I'm sure Andrew and Brad have already donated to this Kickstarter. All right, so my question is, so you feel like enough people aren't seeing the actual trailer. With you guys putting these books together, how do you decide what do you focus your promotions on? Because I had an issue with that with FSK Day that I did. I made an initial like launch trailer for it, which was like a minute or something long. But then I had, flyers promoting the event, and I had like a pre-thing going on. So I didn't know which one I should focus any potential like ad buying for or whatnot. How do you guys decide on what you're going to do for that?
Well, I mean, with COVID, it makes it a little, it streamlines it a little bit into for online promotion. We used to do when we had a regular con presence or whatever, we would do print flyers and all kinds of stuff like that. Because I think people having something shiny and in their hand like really helps. Because on social media, like there's so much shit going on and so many people are promoting their stuff, like it's hard to get people to focus and pick your thing to watch,
right?
So like trailers are good, but also I find it a challenge to get people to watch it.
It is and did you guys sit back, were you guys ever thinking like, damn, this trailer's good, why isn't anybody watching this trailer? Like, because I was like, man, I put together a pretty nice trailer here. I got some clever little gags in here. Why is it not getting viewed enough?
Yeah, no, yeah, we're still kind of on that wavelength. Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is on Facebook, when you share stuff like videos, it tends to nerf the algorithm and stuff and make it harder for people to see. And you're like, I just like, this video is good. Like, just watch it.
Alyssa saying congratulations. Andrew saying he already definitely backed this.
Oh, thank you both. Yeah, Alyssa is a backer as well. She backed at a cameo tier, so I'm very excited to get a cameo for her.
Oh, Alyssa likes those cameo tiers. that is how I met and found Alyssa. She got a cameo tier on our Vigilance Kickstarter.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she has a really awesome character, so I can't wait to see that myself. What you guys do with that?
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what Ian will do. He's very excited about cameos.
So, walk us through the process of you guys launching a new title. How did that go? How did you make that decision that like this was the title, or how did the pitch for it
go? Yeah, it's an interesting story actually. Zach's brother Mike Dolan actually came to me a couple months ago, and he was like, I found this book, and like, if Zach would ever want us to publish someone else's book, this is the book. And I was like, oh, really? Like, interest peaked. You know, he's never come to me with a book before. Like, like, okay. And I read it because they actually had, the writer was running a Patreon, and he had what was initially issue 1 that was 50 pages up on his Patreon. So I got to read it. And I was like, holy shit, this is great. And it's right up our alley. Like, it's exactly like, it has super vibes. It's like super, but more violent. I would
hard
say.
to top. It's very hard to top.
But it has that still kind of like that Sixth Sense of humor, the satirical kind of thing. And I, through Mike, I ended up, talking to Paul, and we spent a couple of weeks chatting about it, and I learned about all the characters and like his plans, because he has, probably 30 issues planned or whatever. And they'd gone through a couple of other publishers and weren't really happy with, publishers just looking for them for film rights, or just, trying to suck money out of them and not, have that kind of relationship, like a really good publisher-creator relationship. Anyway, and and I asked him if he wanted to join us, and he was on board, and then here we are.
Awesome. So was this a quick process for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it was pretty quick. It was a couple of months, and I was like, yeah, we should just jump right into this and launch Kickstarter, because I don't know, I feel like it's kind of timely, like the world falling apart and the supervillains coming to help everyone. Like, I feel like that's
right in kind of what we're dealing with right now.
I feel like that's on topic. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's been sitting on this for, I want to say 6 years. So like, he was like, yes, like, let's do something with it. So yeah, and then what we ended up doing is editing their first issue back we cut their first issue in 2 and then added pages to each, so that like you guys will end up getting more story than what they had before, but in shorter issues.
Super nice.
Mm-hmm.
Super nice. All right, so that's a nice little plus. You heard it here first on Chat and Draw, everybody. Heard it here first. All right, so now the character that I'm drawing, what can be said about her without spoilers?
Okay. Let me see. She's basically a genetically engineered KGB agent.
Mm-hmm.
We can say that.
Okay.
That's allowed.
I know you sent me your card. I just don't know what can be said and not said.
The card is safe. We've posted that publicly, so that's safe to show. That's safe to talk about. But yeah, she's super smart. She's super athletic, and like I said, she's like 150 or 200. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure her exact age. That might be a spoiler, because I know we're doing some flashbacks at some points for what she was doing. Yeah.
All right. Trying to life model myself here.
Yeah, she's kind of that. She's very bitter and sick of everyone's shit, and drinks vodka, that kind of thing. We have I don't know if I sent it to you. Actually, it's on the Kickstarter. It's hard to tell, but the very first piece of art there on our Kickstarter is actually a panel of her shooting James Bond in the head.
That's James Bond?
It is James Bond, yeah. Which is... It's kind of an Easter egg there, but yeah. So that gives you an idea.
That's
of what we're looking at.
I love all of that, because that's what made me get to this picture that we're at right now, where I have her flipping upside down.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was thinking actually, like, if we could manage to hit 200 backers for the milestone, we could give everyone like this print.
Oh shoot. Okay.
I think that would be pretty cool.
All right, we need to do that, people. Let's get.
Nope.
Also, I forgot to tell you guys. Let's share this live, please. Hit your share button. Let's get people watching this thing. Let's get people seeing it and whatnot. Make some comments on here. Any comments and questions, please let us know. Cameron's in the building. What's up, man? I think I love her even more now that she's shooting James Bond.
Yeah.
Like that has just made my little geeky comic book day right now. All right, let's merge this down now. Let's see if I can get these hands worked out. I might actually have to pull out one of my action figures to help me here. All right, bring that in. All right, so what has been your favorite experience working on this so far, Laurie?
Honestly, just meeting Paul and like seeing like how like he is so passionate about these characters. I'm really sad he couldn't come on today because like he's just like I can't really explain or describe like the depth that he has of these characters and like how much he has written and how they kind of like even he says like as he's gone like they've taken a life of their own and they've done their own thing, and it's just like it's super fun to work with him. Like he's yeah, it's a blast.
Okay. Let's see here. All right, I'm liking that hand, but I don't know if it's far enough out. The beauty of working digitally. So, were you guys at Unlikely Hero Studio actually looking for a new book to launch, or like you said, or like you were saying earlier, is it more this just fell into your lap?
It completely fell into our lap. Yeah, no. Okay. I mean, we're always like we've always got our eye out, kind of thing, but you know, yeah, this was like, oh shit, yeah. You know, also with us not being able to do Super anymore, like it was like a really good. It was like, oh wow, like this could, you know, be a sort of replacement, not a replacement, but like something that Super would evolve into, you know.
That makes me sad every time I hear it.
I know, it makes me sad too. Yeah, it's
I almost want to be in here. Like, can I get a moment of silence for Super, please? Jeez, it was such a great comic book.
Yeah. I'm hoping that that Unthinkable sort of helps move it along at least. I think you guys are really gonna like it. I really do. It's fucking awesome.
Well, I am looking forward to it. Very excited to get it. I've become a big fan of Unlikely Heroes, so since I've been introduced into it.
Hey Moana, and thank you for the congrats. Sorry, I'm just like answering your comments for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it as I try to figure out this tricky gun situation.
No, that's okay. Yeah, we're making you do guns again. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. The show has been about testing and pushing my limits, and I was like, "Oh man, look at the characters. I've got to step up." Number one, look at the character I'm getting, and I've got to make her do something. Not only is she like in the same kind of that vein or archetype of Black Widow, but she's a villain, so I got to make her extra dope. So I did this to myself, Laurie.
Yeah, no pressure. Now we're giving it away as a milestone, so yeah, no pressure.
Oh yeah, that too. So shit.
And to answer Andrew, I don't know about Super. It's rough because Zach wrote it and he drew it, and like while I have like a lot of the material and his character Bible, like I don't know. At least right now, it would feel really weird to try to continue it without him. Like, there's so much going on in that brain of his, like, that I don't want to
mess up.
I don't want to mess it up, and like I'm scared to like what we might do with that that I'd feel more comfortable with is do spin-offs of characters that aren't on the main team but have cameos from the main team. Something like that. And of course releasing like an omnibus, which was planned for this year, but we'll be doing it next year, of course, thanks COVID. But yeah, continuing the main storyline, that's rough. I don't know.
Yeah.
We would have to find just like, yeah, a writer and an artist who are Zach, and that's those are really big shoes to fill, guys.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, it makes me sad the decision was made, but I can understand it. But you never know what's going to happen. Just like you guys didn't know you were getting this book, the right person might come along, or the right, you guys might feel inspired enough to bring it back, and who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's so much good shit. Like, I get it. I get why you're sad. I'm sad too. I have seen all of the shit that was going to come after the shit that we've done. There's a lot of good stuff.
All right. Yay for digital cheating. I love it. I was not about to lay that same hand out again.
Yeah, and like Mike's saying, like there was a lot that Zach kept in his head, and then like all of a sudden it would come out. So like I couldn't replace that process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I get that, because there's I don't know how many like little edits I've added in the hot shot just because I'm drawing it and I'm writing it. We have this character named IT, who is there to repair. He says he's there to fix things that are broken in Hotshot's head. He's been doing this for a while, and I can't remember his name, but it's this English guy. I loved his accent, and he's always like in these YouTube videos dropping all this knowledge and stuff. I was like, that's gonna be my my representation of IT. I'm gonna model it after this guy, because he looks dope and he's super smart and stuff like that. And then my brother passed away. And I decided that I'm going to switch that character around to be based off of my brother and have him in the book as a nice little goodbye or, homage to him or whatnot. But I'm able to do that because I'm writing the book and I'm drawing the book at the same time. And I can throw in little things that I know about him that, people may not necessarily get, but like my family will get with him or whatnot. And, you actually ink the page that he's on.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. Yeah. Okay. That's awesome.
Or like there was a part in Hot Shot where Mike is supposed to be tripping out because this guy's coming in taking the comic book club from him, and I made it a direct correlation of Gollum from Lord of the Rings saying "My precious" with the ring.
Yeah.
But it's like I made that up as I was laying out the page, and I was like, I wouldn't even know how to explain it to somebody to put that in there, but like, I got that shot in there. So I totally get what you're saying. It's hard to try to, you can't replace somebody that does stuff like that.
Yeah. Like imagine, if you wrote like a rough outline for the whole series of Hot Shot and then you just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think there's someone who could do it?
I don't know.
Like, it's rough, right? At least
it is rough. Luckily for me, I have Victor Dandridge. He created the foundation, so I'm pretty sure Victor and Danny can continue Hot Shot on comfortably. Like, I would leave that in my will. Like, you have.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Because my family needs money, so so I need you guys to keep making this book.
I didn't say you died. Maybe you just like went to space for a couple months and then you came back. I don't know. You needed someone to pick up.
Lloyd, I'm never going to space because I've seen too many scary movies, so that shit's not happening.
Oh my God, right?
There's too many things that can go wrong.
There's so many things that can go wrong in space.
Absolutely wrong. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate it. Also, appreciate your support today, Brad. He brought an FSK hat today. So thank you for that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. Yeah. So actually, speaking about space, Lloyd, I so when I'm normally working all day, and then about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning is when I start to power down. But I'm not exactly tired yet, so I'll stay up watching like HBO Max or Hulu or Amazon or something like that. And HBO Max just got that Brad Pitt movie where he's in space, and it's not like a super sci-fi type of thing or whatnot with aliens and stuff, but it's pretty much grounded in a whole lot of reality or whatnot. But like the journey that Brad Pitt goes on in space, like he goes all the way up to Pluto, all right? Hell no. Like I just like when he's going outside of the ship to go to another, a space station where he has to glide over with the little pressure from the pack. All I could think about the whole time watching the movie is the vastness of the emptiness of space and how large it is. That scares me. Like just to be swallowed by all that emptiness. And like they did a really good job of like the fear of you getting lost or getting knocked off and being tumbled in there. No, I can't do none of that. I'm not clumsy, but I'm not perfect either.
Yeah. Oh shit, I gotta watch that. Yeah, I can. And then you just think about it too, like just like a tiny little rock. If the wrong rock hits you and rips something, like that's it. You're done.
Yeah, and they definitely had that in there as well. And Brad Pitt did some really ridiculous stuff. So it's not, now that I think about it, it's not as grounded in reality as I think. But he did some really ridiculous stuff in there. He was like the Captain America of astronauts. Let's put it like that.
There you go. Yeah.
But like just it's just too much. Mike's not going to space. So and like in this movie, they had regular flights to the moon. Like you can go vacation on the moon with your family.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah. That might happen in your lifetime, man.
It might. And, my family will be disappointed. Daddy, can we go to the moon? Y'all can. I'm staying right here on Earth.
I'm gonna stay home. You guys take some pictures for me.
Yeah, send me the pictures. I'll look at pictures. I know my reach.
Yeah, I'm terrified of it, but also like it's just super cool. So I'm like torn.
Mm-hmm. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So we got this inside layer.
It's funny we mentioned space actually, because in the trailer and at the beginning of Unthinkables, the last superheroes die in space, and we don't know why. I can tell you this because it's in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But the last guy that's left, Citizen One, gets torn in half.
Well, if you've been to the Kickstarter page, which several of you should have been already, thank you, Andrew, for putting that in there again. It's in the trailer. Like,
yeah,
that part. Okay, that's blood curdling, is what that part is. Like, I felt so bad for your man. I was like, what? Although it didn't say it, I just kind of assumed that was this world's version of Superman.
Right, yeah.
There. And I'm just like, what the hell is doing that to him?
Yeah.
Like,
no. Yeah. Yeah, and the government guy's just sitting there like watching this transmission, and he's like, oh fuck, like what do you do when you watch Superman get ripped in half?
Right.
Like then what?
Like, what do you do? What happens then?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was the military guy, I'd just go pack my bag, go, find me a stake of land, because, I'm in the government, so I know where all this good land is with the bases underneath the ground, and I'm good. Get my family. We're going down there, change all the codes. You guys have fun up there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, just like, what are you supposed to do?
I mean, it was so painful listening to this happen to him, and you're like, "What the hell is happening?"
Yeah, yeah. Kudos, actually. That was Eric, my husband, who owns Unlikely Hero Studios with me. His brother, Kyle Foster.
Really?
He did the voice.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm getting a Facebook call. Okay, there we go. They must not know that I'm streaming right now, or they'd be watching.
They should be watching. What the hell?
They should be watching. All right, go ahead. You said your husband?
Yeah, my husband's brother, Kyle Foster. He actually does the voices for most of our trailers. He's actually a voice actor. He does audiobooks and stuff. Anyway, he did that scream, and he was like, it was hilarious because he recorded the rest of his part, and then he was like, I'm gonna need a couple days on this scream because like I got to do it during the day. He lives in an apartment in Oakland. And he was like, people are going to think that I'm being murdered and they're going to call the police. So I need to do this at a good time so that my neighbors think my neighbors know that I'm okay.
I can respect that. Absolutely respect that.
And he ended up having to do it twice because the first time we were like, that's not long enough. We need more. Because it needs to, it needs to kind of go on just a little longer than you want it to.
Yeah.
For that comedic effect. Yeah, exactly. So.
Because I definitely got those vibes.
So kudos to him for like screaming like that for us. It was great.
So how much editorial work did you guys have to do on this book? Was it just the simple thing of figuring out where to break it up and how to add in a couple extra pages?
Yeah, there wasn't much. Paul's a really good writer, and he must have bounced it off of a couple people before he showed it to me too, because like it's pretty solid. There were little to no mistakes, like just a little bit. We changed. Ian changed some art in a couple of the panels, but yeah, we basically it was more edited for like pacing than anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, that first issue was 52 pages. And I was like, we can just make it 26 and then add like a couple more to the next one. And we found a good spot to end it, which is where all the superheroes die. But it's okay to spoil that.
Okay, so we're actually going to, you guys are actually going to start us there, where we see where that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We kind of get our introduction. We get our introduction to the first group of villains in this one as they're being picked up and collected from, in some instances, prison. And in other instances, like this character you're drawing, Bloody Mary, she's free. She's doing her own thing or whatever. She's a spy. No one can catch her, right? It's
right.
But yeah, they're in the process of picking them all up and bringing them back to the facility.
Okay, Bloody Mary, let's get it. Yeah, there we go. Now you're starting to come to life. So in the comic book process, let's take inking out of the equation, Laurie. What has become your favorite part of this comic book making process?
Besides inking.
Besides inking.
That is a good question. That's hard to pick. Well, I like putting the book together when it's finished. That's a really good feeling. I mean, that's kind of an obvious one though. Like I like it's all come together and like it's been edited and it's ready and I'm putting it together for print and publishing and it looks awesome and showing it to people and they all love it. I don't know. I really like script editing too, honestly. Like I like going over the script and figuring out and tweaking it. And actually, I should say I like that in some cases. In some cases, the script is a nightmare.
Okay.
At least with our books, I have always enjoyed that process. Doing it with Zach was great. John Pence, who writes The Surgeon, his scripts are so much fun to read. We should probably be giving them to people as some kind of extra because, like, he adds all kinds of little tidbits and descriptions. Like, yeah, it's fun. Mike was saying he loved the Scream, and it goes from horrible to funny to so long it stopped being funny, and then just long enough to get funny again. And that's exactly the vibe that we were going for.
I figured. I was like, well, dang, that sounds like that's what they wanted. I think that's pretty dang awesome.
I mean, I guess you have to imagine, like, Superman takes a while to rip in half. Like, it takes some effort, you know?
Yeah, you don't want Superman to get ripped, easily.
Right. Like, it's going to be there's going to be some resistance.
Yeah. Whew. That's so fun. There's going to be some resistance when ripping Superman in half.
Like,
I think that's crazy on its own.
Yeah, there's a lot of just mystery and spoiler shit going on here. I don't know a lot of stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff that Paul's kept secret from me too, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know the overall arc. I have some idea of what's going to happen, but he also kind of, and this is something Zach did too. He doesn't have an outline for all 30 issues like completely nailed down, and the characters are kind of gonna do their own thing and he'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's actually, for some issues of Super, there wasn't a script, or there were just notes, and then Zach just kind of drew it, and then the script was written afterwards.
Really?
Which,
okay.
Yeah, which I know is kind of uncommon. I tried to get him to do a little bit more scripting beforehand, just because it helps, figure out this. Because when you don't script, what tends to happen, cough, cough, is you end up with, 37-page issues because you get really excited about the art and you keep extending scenes to make them more awesome, which isn't bad. It's great. I'm not saying it's bad, but writing a script first helps just keep it a little more condensed.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would also second the motion to make the scripts available as one of the double secret stretch goals. Yeah, people have been kind of getting into those.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. I think John would be especially excited about that for The Surgeon. Like, I think, and I have not seen the original script Paul had for issue 1, but I'm sure it's ridiculous. Like Ian was saying, it's ridiculously wordy. Like, there's millions and millions of notes for him, so it might be something that's really fun to release for people to see.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys can see how much effort goes into it.
It could be, and then it could be one of those Kickstarter rewards that you didn't realize was really a big win for you.
Yeah.
I've done I'm helping Victor with his Kickstarter rewards. He had a tier on there exclusive for sketch covers, but he only did a limited run, so they sold out as soon as he did them. And so I drew them all over the last couple of days or whatnot. But I was like, man, I'm gonna add this tier to my Kickstarter when I do it. It seems like people wanted a very personalized number-1 issue.
Oh yeah, sketch covers and commissions go the fastest. We had that on this campaign as well. Actually, Ian had offered 5 commission slots, and we sold out all 5 within a couple of hours.
Wow!
And I was like, "How do you feel about 10?" And he was like, "Sure, I'll do 10." Like, he was really excited about it. He's a really cool guy. I'm glad that he tolerates me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then the other 5, of course, sold out within a couple of hours. Like, people are losing their shit getting a commission from him. So I'm very And Paul is actually also an artist. He's done some work for Doctor Who, actually.
Oh, nice.
And so he's also offering commissions. I think he might have 2 or 3 slots left though. Like those are going pretty fast as well. But yeah, sketch covers and pencil commissions, like the cheaper end of commissions, we would call it, I guess. They do really well. People really want that. But I've found, if you don't mind me rambling,
Oh no, go ahead.
I have found that people get real weird with commissions or real greedy. So you have to kind of, I don't know how you'd put it. I guess limit them a little bit. We had this issue the first time with Super, and we had to start making rules because we'd be like, you know, sketch from Zach, which, as you know, a sketch from Zach is a full pencil drawing. Like it's not a sketch. Like that's horseshit. And we'd be, you know, like a sketch commission, and people would be like, "Can I have 8 characters?" And at the beginning, he would just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "No, you know, it's people love it and they love you, but like, dude, like we got to limit it to like 2. Like you can't, or 1. Like you can't let people." And I want 8 different characters, and they're all my custom characters, and they're all wearing different shit. And I want the Suicide Squad, but they're all in Santa hats. And like, it's just like, just take it back like 1 notch, please. Right. Like I know you're getting a cheap commission, but like temper your expectations a little bit, maybe.
Exactly. I had a client request wanted me to draw all the Marvel female characters. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be a high price, buddy. Like, what's your budget? Like, let's start there. Let's start with your actual budget, and let's work from there. And he told me his budget, and I was like, but he told me his budget, and he told me it's a birthday present for his daughter. I was like, all right, that's fine. I can get on there. So, but you know, you're able to work that out, and you know, it's all about communicating your what is it? Your limits, your I forget. I don't think I'm using the right word.
Well, like boundaries, I guess.
That's the word, boundaries.
Yeah. Yeah, and Mike said in the comments he thinks Zach was doing sketches for almost a year after the Kickstarter. That's correct. Yeah, like there were he because we started off and we offered 10 slots, and of course they sold immediately. And he was like, "I'll put 10 more on there. I want to make money so we can make more books." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then we did that, but then like I said, like half of the people asked for super crazy shit, and then he was doing these commissions for, like Mike said, like a year. And I was like, this is not acceptable. Like, dude, these were, you know, these equated to like maybe $80 commissions, and he's doing, you know, 10 character mashups on 11 by 17. Like it should have been like a $300 to $500, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Yeah.
Amani apologized for calling me. He didn't realize I was streaming. So he's watching now.
The important thing is that he's watching now.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Brad says, quit talking about that tier that I missed. I'm sick about missing that one. Yeah, I'm sorry, Brad. It makes for good conversation. I posted them yesterday. The ones I worked on, I drew them live yesterday throughout the day. And Brad was like, where was this commission? Where was this reward at? I didn't see this. I was like, it was there. It was gone the first day, though. Vic did a certain amount. And they sold out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. But I was like, we'll make sure to let you know, man. I'll make an extra slot for you, Brad, if they happen to sell out again.
Yeah, you need to message Brad as soon as that tier goes live.
I know Laurie does that with me. Laurie, like, she lets me know, like, Mike, we just made it available again. And then, you know, my dumb butt didn't check my messages and I still missed out. But the consideration of Laurie, it's there. So how often are you guys thinking about putting this book out?
Oh, that's a good question. Realistically, I think a couple of issues in a year.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see how it's going. How fast things are going. Different teams kind of work at different paces, so I want to. Of course, this book's already ready. Issue 2 and 3 of Unthinkables are also almost completely done because, like, he came to me with already a bunch of material. So, but past that point, I'm not sure. I would say an issue every couple of months. Brad is asking about Surgeon 3. The inks on Surgeon 3 are done. The colors are done except for 4 pages. So we should be getting it printed in the next 2 weeks, realistically. And then as soon as they ship it to me, I'm going to ship it to you guys. Like, I don't wait. When I get the Kickstarter stuff, like, it's out of the house and shipped to everyone within 2 days.
Out of the house and then shipped.
Just, I'm not making people wait any longer.
I actually started coloring this thing like I was at a comic book convention. I normally do the colors first, but I ink. I don't know why I started doing that, but I ink first when I'm doing this digital stuff, so I can just drop the colors in. It's quicker that way.
You're okay. It looks great.
Thank you.
The nice thing about digital is you can go back and ink over it. So.
Oh yeah, man. Let me tell you about my buddy here that I've dubbed New Life. So, like, we've been, in our chats talking about working on a project together. We got to find something that we can both work on. And like, and you guys have seen my journey. I've been on here working on this iPad, and I'm doing the very first issue of Hot Shot digitally, issue number 10. And I've been inking it per my editor-in-chief, the slave driver, Danny Cooper. And I'm thinking I'm doing pretty good on the inks. But once I decided to pull that trigger to work in inks, there's a couple pages that have not been done inked-wise. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to see if Loya inked these for me. And, then we can kind of start building our rapport for some work that we can work on. And, man, let me tell you, I sent this woman this page, got it back, and I felt like what's that song? A whole new world. I was like, oh my God, these inks are so clean. Like, I knew she could ink because she was inking super. But, like, it's different to see someone put inks over top of your pencils. Like, you can appreciate their skill and stuff, what they're doing on another book. But when they actually do something on top of your work, it's a whole new perspective. I was like, yeah, man. She gave these pencils new life, and that's where that nickname comes from her. And
thank you.
I can't wait to send her more pages to do. So,
yeah, I really like inking over your pencil, so I'm fucking excited.
Yeah, it got to the point to where we have another thing that we're working on. We can't say what it is yet, but we're hoping to blow your minds with this thing. Like, super excited about it. Let's see here. Oh, and Andrew says we're at 193 backers. Awesome. All right, so we got another pledge, and now we're at $7,562.
Nice.
Which is incredible. All we need is 7 more. 7 more to crack 200, man. 7 more to crack 200 right now, and you guys will get this print in your Kickstarter rewards. And that's pretty cool. So, is it spoiler to ask you? Well, no, I don't think this is. Which one of these villains is your favorite one?
It's hard to pick. I'd say there are 2.
Okay.
Honestly, I like them all. But there's one that I don't think you've seen that yet that I need you to see. And he's White Devil.
White Devil.
And he's White Devil 2 because the first one, something happened to the first one. We don't know what.
Mm-hmm.
But he basically I'm trying to think of a comparison for him. He's like a dumb pot smoking kind of like Matthew McConaughey type guy, but his villain costume is kind of like it's a white origami pterodactyl.
What? A white origami pterodactyl?
And he basically just crashes into shit a whole bunch. Like, he's completely useless. It's absolutely great. Like, he has a couple scenes in issue 1, and I think like you would get a big kick out of him. I also really like Sublime. I don't know that we see her in issue 1. I don't know what's a spoiler here. I'm trying to think.
Well, how about this? Out of the villains that you have shown so far, which one are you digging the most? Or scratch that. Back all it up. Of the villains you've shown so far, which one are you most excited for your audience to get to know?
In issue 1, I would say the character you're doing right now, then Bloody Mary, but also Jeb or White Devil. I think people are going to get a kick out of him.
Which one was the one in the kind of straight jacket type of deal?
That's Screaming Red. I like him a lot too. He gets more developed later and more interesting. He's just absolutely nuts and super creepy. Honestly, I like them all. It's hard to pick, but yeah, I would say my favorite in book 1 would be the one you're drawing, Bloody Mary.
Okay.
But yeah, if you've watched the trailer, there's a peek of Sublime, and she has the dick blood line. I'm wearing your boss's dick blood.
Okay. I remember that.
But she basically, like, she's super, 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 super dangerous. It's sort of unclear exactly what she can do, but like she can basically just touch surfaces or people and make them disintegrate.
Oh, that's nice.
She essentially walks around naked, but covers herself in the disintegrated remains of whatever she disintegrates.
Y'all are messed up.
And that's the thing, like, she's absolutely batshit crazy and like doesn't blink an eye at killing people, but like you start to like her. And that's part of why I really like, I'm really excited for people to encounter her, because she's somehow endearing despite being like completely insane.
I can rock with that. It's cool. Like, so I think that kind of thing is hard. You have a character that does just this outlandishly ridiculous thing, and then your job now as a creator is to make people like it. Like,
yeah, that's it.
You're starting off with a whole crew of people that we're supposed to dislike because they're villains. They're archetypes for villains.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. And like Paul does an incredible job. Like you honestly like all of them. Like having read the first couple of issues, I like the villains more than I like Frenzy, who is like the guy in charge of the government. Like, screw him. I don't care about him. I like the villains better. So I mean, just that I think is a testament to like his skill as a writer. It's really cool.
That is sounding pretty awesome. Sublime stops the world and melts you with it. All right. Yeah, I can always count on Unlikely Hero Studios bringing me somebody that has a gun. So I'm always
I'm
ready
sorry.
for this. Oh no, don't apologize, because guess what? I don't draw enough guns in comic books, and I actually like to think because of y'all, I've gotten better at drawing guns because I'm not using any reference on this gun right now.
Oh, really? Yeah, this looks fantastic. No, that's awesome.
Which is making me happy because this is another reason why I'm doing this show is for practice drawing. Because, like, yes, I love using reference. Reference is great. But if I could draw something that works without having to look at something and it saves me time on production, then that's what I really want.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm very excited for people to encounter all of these villains. We have so many weird ass villains. But yeah, it has a super feel, but it's like way more violent. I would say it's definitely more mature. The dick blood bit is a real bit that we see happen. So there's it's definitely an adult comic.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here to see this and see this happen.
Very, very Tarantino-esque amounts of blood. But not pretentious like Tarantino can be.
Let's see here. This may perhaps be my favorite part of digital arts. The shortcuts. Don't always get to employ them, but when I do, it feels good. Recolor that. Alright, I think now I can dive into my inking here. So is it a lot of the characters that really seem to shine in your books are female characters? Is that a conscious choice, or does that just happen in the process of writing and creating these characters?
It's somewhat conscious. For Zach, it was definitely conscious for Super. For the Surgeon, it's what kind of attracted us to John and the Surgeon as well. For Unthinkables, it wasn't my first instinct, but then, like, as I was reading it, I was like, holy crap, like, these are actually really awesome female characters. There's no sexist bullshit. Like, two of the villains even have a relationship, two of the females, which is awesome. And it's just so natural and it's not forced. And I just, yeah. No, I think I didn't even really think about it. But yeah, strong female characters are important to me.
Well, it only occurred to me every time that we've been on, I've drawn a female.
Yeah. And I could have picked a male one for this, but like, I don't know. I just, the female ones just really appealed to me. I'm not, yeah. No, it's a good point. And they are super well developed. They're awesome. So it's definitely a thing for us. And we have a couple of other
wrong with it.
No. And like we have a couple of other series like kind of in the works that Eric's been thinking about, and they also star female characters, so I don't know, just like the typical white guy just gets really boring after a while, right? Like we see that all the time.
It's out there a lot, and don't get me wrong, I love my white heroes. I'm a big fan of a lot of them. But when we're creating these characters, I may be more conscious of it just because I have daughters. So I do want to make sure that they're represented. And then at the same time, I know, like, in the discussions that you, Moana, and I have been having, we've been, justifying to make sure, like, we're not just doing this or adding these female characters to add female characters. We're actually trying to give weight and reasoning behind it as well.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like, you read the story and you're like, oh, it's a female character too. Like, this is, oh, wow, this is perfect. Like, this is what I want. Yeah.
I do love doing this show. I mean, outside of the fact that it's just good practice, it's just, stuff that I don't normally draw. Unless
Right,
you get,
yeah.
commission for it or something like that. I think I would just still be, in my little arena of what I've always drawn or whatnot. But you get different artists and different creators on this show, and you got to look at stuff different. Like when Stephanie Menard comes on here, I've always got to try to figure out what I'm going to draw for her characters, because her characters aren't, they're not super powered characters or anything. They're like her stuff comes from horror stories or whatnot.
Right.
So what would be your favorite tier on here? Oh, no, scratch that. No. Is there a tier that you always have to have on these Kickstarters that you just absolutely love? Like, we're not doing a Kickstarter without this one specific type of tier.
That's a good question. I would say cameos.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. Everyone loves a cameo, and I love collecting photo references from people. It's so fun. Everyone gets so excited about having their character in our book. Like, I love that. Something I've been loving that we've been doing on a lot of our campaigns are metal prints.
Oh yeah, I remember those. I remember you guys have been doing those.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep doing those. Shout out to Fairy Metal Photography, because they do all our metal prints. Jacob there, and he's awesome, and they look so cool.
So
I'm addicted to metal prints.
How did you guys get into the metal printing game?
That's a good question. I think I just saw I saw them on a couple of campaigns, and I contacted them, and I asked him for a sample, and he was awesome and sent me some samples, and I was just floored. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. Who wouldn't want this? Yeah. Brad's asking what a metal print is. It's basically like, you can get them any size you want, up to 11 by 17. We do ours at like comic size. It's printed on what I assume is like a really thin sheet of aluminum. I don't know what it is. It is metal though, and basically it looks kind of holographic and shiny because it's printed on a shiny metal surface.
Basically, Brad is about to be your new addiction.
Yeah, and we've done metal covers too, where like basically it's the book but the cover is metal. It's awesome.
Yeah, now that I really do love.
Yeah, they're great. Like if you really like prints, but maybe you don't want to frame it, because you don't need to frame a metal print. It's durable. Like it's not going to just crumple or fall apart or anything, which is really cool. Poor Brad. What's good about what you're doing too, and I think it's important as an inker, is to not fix your lines like 800 times. Like it makes you better at doing your lines in 1 or 2 tries.
Okay.
Which I've had to get to that point. Like I used to sit there and undo 15 times. But doing this makes it like you're kind of on a timeline here and everybody's watching, so you can't just keep undoing. You got to get those lines right. No pressure.
No pressure at all, Laurie.
No, it's really cool though. It's cool for me to watch.
She's like, Laurie's over there. Look at this bastard suffer. He's on the table right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't think so.
You were turning out those inks pretty quick to me when you were sending them back saying, hey, is this good or whatnot?
Yeah, but I'd get nervous. Like people watching, I don't know.
Oh, man, that was so awesome when you sent me the first page and I sent you a voice recording and like you were like, oh, my goodness, I thought you were cussing me out because it was so bad. And really, I was just going off because I was so excited how good it looked.
Yeah, I was just the first time I ever send people pages, like I sit there and like I have an anxiety attack the whole time because I'm like, okay, they're gonna hate it. I don't know why. My brain just does that. And I was like, oh no, it's a voice message. He's gonna be like, look, Laurie, I'm really sorry, but you're gonna need to do this again. It's fucking terrible. Like but no, you were very excited. And I'm very pleased about that.
That's one of the things I'm excited about working on stuff with you, like, because now I see it, like the idea that we are, that we're shaping out with our project or whatnot. I'm like, dude, I'm so excited to hurry up and get to the pencils so I can give them to her to ink.
Yes.
But we gotta take our time because we want the story to be good. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this in steps. I'm just gonna calm my excitement down because I'm gonna try to I'm gonna be trying to bring it with this.
Yeah, we'll be kept in line, I'm sure.
Does your metal art tier include physical copies of the book, or would that be an add-on?
Yeah. Yeah, all tiers include copies of the book. Let me see. I don't remember what the hell we did here. What you can do, like you can do a couple things, Brad. So we're beta testing add-ons for Kickstarter right now. So like you can just get the basic book tier and then add on whatever the hell you want. You can do that. Or you can get the metal art tier, and that comes with 3 metal prints, the buttons, 5 magnets, regular prints, and the book, the print book, and the digital book. So you'd get everything. So it depends on what you want. But if for example you just wanted like the book and 1 metal print, you could add it on.
Look, Brad's hitting there right now.
Come on, Brad.
The book comes with it. That's all I needed to hear. Laurie, why are you still talking? You've already answered my question.
Well, I think Brad was anxious too because he backed Surgeon 3 and we're not quite done. And I was anxious about launching a Kickstarter while the previous book wasn't done, but like I know it's going to be done in 2 weeks, and like I've been showing people updates, and The Unthinkables is done. So you guys should get basically the Surgeon 3 in November, December, and then get Unthinkables like right after. So like we're not screwing around here. We're not going to disappear with the Surgeon 3 and not give it to anyone. I'm sure people know that at this point.
I wouldn't be surprised, Laurie. You have a great track record of delivering, and you miss one delivery, and they think you've vanished off the face of the planet like Thanos snapped you out of existence.
I don't know how much I'm allowed to comment about this, but yeah. It's been a rough fucking year, man. Like, and when you have a whole art team that's struggling, and there's COVID going on, and half of us can't leave the house because we live with people who are compromised, maybe, and like there's printers are delayed too because of what's going on. We'll get you the books for sure. But I try to be transparent about it too. Like, this is what's going on, and this is when you'll get the books. I think that's important.
It is. And I've been seeing updates. So I definitely like what you guys have been doing, keeping people notified and things like that. But there's always that 1 or 2 people. It's like, damn your updates. I want my stuff.
Yeah. And it's like, this is fast. Like, we did the Kickstarter a couple months ago. Like, the book's about to be done. That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
For making the whole book. I'm so excited about this.
I think you definitely have a point. When doing this, especially live, like, you've just got to go. It's like, all right, yeah, nope, that line's good.
Yeah.
Don't linger on it too long. Let's keep it moving, buddy.
Yeah, because when I started, it was, you do like a single line and you're like, I can do it. And then you're sitting there doing the same line 5 times, trying to make it 100%. And then as you go, you become more efficient with your lines too. And you can just make better lines in one go, which is really cool.
Right, which is what happened with me on my book. When I first started drawing comic books, I kept redrawing the pages over because the further I get, I'd be like, oh, well, the new pages look better than the first pages, so let me redraw the first pages so they're on par with the new pages. And then I just kept going in this circle until Vic came over and was like, what the hell are you doing? We're like 8 months into the book, and like, where's the book at? And I'm like, it's all over here. Like, how many times have you drawn page 3? I don't know, like 10? Like, but look,
Yeah.
like page 3 doesn't look as good as page 12. Like, now look at it though.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, you kind of have to fight with that. We did that with Super too. Like it kept getting better as it went, and it kept looking better. And it's like, okay, but there's like a limit.
Yeah.
There's a limit to where you have to keep going and start just doing new issues, and people will be like, "Wow, these look better," and you're like, "Yeah," like. Otherwise, you'll just redo issue 1 until the end of time until it's perfect, and it'll never be perfect. So,
Right. You guys hear that? That's one of my favorite things to hear people say about the Hot Shot book, or one of the favorite critiques that we get is that when people read it and they get hooked on after the first issue and like, oh, there's more. Yeah, man, we got 10 issues, and they read that and like, man, one of my favorite things about the book besides the story is that you get to watch this book get better and better with each installment.
Yeah.
Like, yes. That's a good feeling, man. That's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything with us has progressed. The lettering has progressed, and the writing and just panel composition, everything just keeps getting better. So, because you get better at editing your own stuff too.
Yeah.
And Brad has updated his pledge. Thank you so much. You won't regret it. The metal prints are awesome, dude. Like, yeah, I'm addicted to them.
That's awesome. Hey, well, that's what the show's for. You ask questions about the Kickstarter and find out some really cool things about it that you may or may not have known. Man, I really dig the design for Devilfish. I'm very interested in seeing what that character is about. The preview's very good. I like the little preview, and that's what got me tilted. Like, all right, man, like these characters are really about to be off the wall here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got a few different commissions on here. So what's the one thing that you guys have? Because I know you do the pens and you guys do stickers and stuff. What's your favorite swag from your studio?
Besides metal prints?
Besides metal prints.
So far, I'd probably say the enamel pins that we've done. We have Geekify do those, and they look awesome. Like I don't know, they're shiny and they're cool, and you can pin them on all kinds of stuff.
I knew you were going to say the metal pins.
I just love them.
There's nothing wrong with that. But in my head, I'm like, why she say the metal pins? Like whenever you go on interviews and stuff, you bring up the metal pins. Every time.
Yeah, the socks too. Mike and Sarah are bringing up the socks. That's true. We did a run of Black Adam socks.
Oh yeah.
I really like those. That's fair.
Brad,
we
you're
need
not
to
a
do
sucker.
socks again.
Huh?
We need to do socks again.
Yeah. Brad, you're not a sucker. You're just a fan, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Just cuss me out in my DMs like Haley does whenever I introduce her to a new Kickstarter.
Yeah, I think I sent you socks as a prize, Brad. I think it was for being on a stream. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I remember that. That was on our stream.
Yeah. They're really comfy socks. We got to do socks again. It's weird though because like people love getting the socks as a prize and they liked backing us and getting the socks, but I cannot move those socks now. I can't sell them. So I just have a lot of pairs of socks for myself, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So, Laurie, I don't think I know this about you. How did you get started inking? Like, how did you know inking was your thing?
I don't know. I just I read a lot of comics when I was a kid. I had a couple of Spider-Mans that I really liked, and I always just thought the inking looked so cool. Like it made the book look cooler. It made the art look cooler. And for a while, like I did illustration or whatever, and then I'm not sure exactly what triggered it, but I just started messing around with inking.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm pretty good at this, I think. Like, let's keep practicing. And it just kind of went from there.
So, also, do you think you can answer this question? What is the true job of an inker on a comic book? Like, how would you describe what you bring as an inker to the book?
Well, I'm trying to think of how to summarize it. Cleaning up the lines,
Mm-hmm.
as you know, like there's some cleaning that happens, some fixes, depending on the artist. Sometimes, when you're drawing a whole book really fast, it's easy to make just little mistakes like face symmetry and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll often just fix stuff like that because it's faster for me to fix it than for them to go back and fix it. And then just making the lines pop and making action look dynamic and, foreground stuff pop and background stuff fade a little bit and just making the right stuff come out of the page.
Mm-hmm.
Emphasizing the right shadows and the right... It's not just tracing.
That's what I was trying to get at. It's not just tracing. An inker does so much.
Yeah, it's I've shown some people some like before and afters that I've done before and they're like, "Oh, like you actually draw shit in there." Yeah, yeah, sometimes I do. Yeah. Especially when you're working for like a bigger company where the pencil's pumping out a ton of pages and they just need to pump out pages and keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
I've done this sometimes with Chimera Press. I ink a bunch of books for them. Sometimes they get me to do the fixes that you might think a penciler would do just because it streamlines the process. Like once the pencils are, I'm working on shit while the pencils are being worked on and everything gets done faster. At least I do that. Like I don't know about other inkers' experiences, but I do drawing fixes and all kinds of stuff while I'm inking too. So
What do you need? Oh, I have to look your password up on my phone. I can't do that now. Your room, the hallway, the living room. Yes. Okay. They have their chores. My two oldest daughters have their chore list on their phone because we got that green light debit card thing for our kids. So it keeps track of their chores and their schedule. in order for them to get their allowance. And every once in a while, it signs them out. I don't know why. It's pretty dumb, but they live and die by that so they can get their money.
Oh, that's adorable, though. Come on.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Paige Alfred was asking if it's on sale. Yeah, Mike answered your question. The Kickstarter's live now. The book is actually done. So the Kickstarter's just to print it. So you guys should be getting the book in like December, January.
Oh, I got you on the link.
Yeah. Mike should give you a link, but it is uhstudios.com/Kickstarter. That's the easiest link.
That's the easiest one, but if you...
But that link down there is the same thing, yeah.
Yeah. If you're looking just to click on something and go hurry up and donate, that's the link posted right there. Oh, I don't like that. That's too much. There we go.
And definitely back us now, because if we hit 200 backers, we're going to be giving away this print that Mike's doing right now to everyone who backed at a physical tier. We just need 7 backers.
We just need 7 more backers. I wish we can count. I wish we can count Brad, but he just upped his pledge. He was already a backer, so we need 7 new backers.
Hurry up and clone yourself, Brad. What are you doing?
I really have fun drawing these things because I get put into, like, you ever see another comic book artist, or you like well, for my side, like when I look at comic book artists, I'm like, oh my god, that's so dope. How did they even think to do that? Like that's a clever little thing they did with the hand, or how they shadowed it. And then here I am, like working on this lathe, for example, and I got this outline for my rim lighting and the shadow, and I'm like, oh man, that's like something I've seen a mainstream comic book artist do. And I'm like, shut up, man, you're a comic book artist.
Yeah. No, I definitely catch myself doing shit like that. Yeah. Are you sure the world doesn't need another Brad? I don't know. I'm not convinced. You seem pretty cool, so.
We just need, we can keep you, Brad. We just need a Brad that thinks like you as far as supporting indies. But you can still be the original one.
Oh, man, my arm is killing me. I just got a flu shot, right before the show.
Did you?
Yeah, and I don't know. Oh. Everybody go get your flu shot, by the way, during COVID season. It's good. But yeah, my arm is feels like I worked out for way too long. It's pretty sore. Let's see here.
Looking at the goals here.
Oh, yeah, we are at 194 backers.
Oh, shoot. All right. Also, if you guys can share this out to people so new people can see this. What's up, Doomsmith? Help us get those last 6 backers. I'm coming to a close on this. It's not going to take me long to color this. And then, for all I know, I get on here and I do some other stuff. So let me shut my mouth. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Unless you're the inker who inks Jim Lee's stuff. Have you seen Jim Lee's pencils when he's just trying to get stuff done?
Oh, dude.
His inker is a godsend.
Oh, he's absolutely. I worship that man. Yeah. Yeah. And if you see... yeah, he redraws so much, and I don't know how he knows what Jim Lee wants where. I have oh god, what is it? I have an Aquaman comparison of the pencils that Jim Lee did, and then with his inker's inks over it, and it's just it's mind blowing what he does. I would like to be that good. I don't think I'm that good yet, but I don't know what Jim Lee does without him. Because it's it's kind of a mess.
It is. It is a mess.
I mean, at
he's
this point,
left-
I guess he's Jim Lee, so it doesn't matter if it's a mess.
right. He can do what he wants. Paige just asked, "What's the background on this character?" Which is cool because we can do a refresher. So if you want to tell them the little bit of info you can about the teaser about this character.
Yeah, sure. So basically, she's a genetically engineered KGB agent. She's a villain, in case you hadn't gleaned that. This series is basically all the superheroes are dead, and the government is asking for help from the villains, and it's a big mistake. But yeah, she's a genetically engineered KGB super spy. Super smart, super athletic, very old. She's like 150, even though she looks nice and young. Very bitter, likes to drink vodka, kind of a stereotypical Russian, that Russian vibes you got, but more dangerous and scarier. Mm-hmm. I was mentioning to Mike too, we have the art on the Kickstarter there. The very first panel is her actually shooting James Bond in the head. So you can get kind of an idea
of who she is. All right. So I'm going to put this here. Put that there. Put our background back in. We're going to make this our reference. All right. Oh, wait. See, I thought I was there. Almost there. We're going to add that. There we go.
Yeah, and like in the parallels to Suicide Squad, like the supervillains don't really have any debt that they're paying off or anything like that. Like there's no we don't know yet like what the situation is, and it goes haywire pretty fast. Mm-hmm. They're kind of desperate and begging them for help, and because that's basically all they have. I mean, basically, as we've said, like Superman just got ripped in half while they watched. If you can imagine that, like what you would have to do to to combat that.
That would make me feel very desperate. Again,
yeah, like that's like, what else are you going to do? I guess we got to get these people out of jail and ask for some favors, because Paige is asking the good questions that I don't have the good answers to, because the writer was supposed to come today, but he's sick. Mm-hmm. But he asks, would she win in a fight with Black Widow or Elektra? I think so. I think she would win against Black Widow at the very least. She has that craziness and like the years behind her. Like, and power-wise, she would.
Oh yeah, Black Widow's a child to her.
Yeah, exactly, right. I'm not. Does Elektra have powers per se?
No.
Or is she similar, like just like strong and agile and hard to kill?
Yeah, she's like the most dangerous female on Earth. Like the most dangerous assassin in the world, I believe. But like everyone she fights against, she whoops.
Yeah, I think that would be an interesting fight. Again, though, like this woman's insane. So I think that gives her a step up. I'm not sure.
Like, I think Elektra can beat Black Widow in a fight.
Yeah, so I would agree. Yeah. So I think this woman would beat both of them. I think Mario would beat both. Would she win in a fight with Hotshot? You are not. He wants to start some shit, is what's happening here.
He does. I will give her the benefit and say her experience may be Hotshot's downfall. Hotshot's only been a hero for like 2 or 3 years, and you're saying she's been alive for over 150 years.
Yeah.
Did all the room for and was still in our room, but what I had to do that's not with the other stuff.
Kids are completely oblivious to me being online. They don't care. They don't.
Hi, kids.
Yeah. Tonight's your night to take a bath, and you need to make sure y'all's room is clean.
Yes,
Oh my God, that was the cutest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mike Dolan is correct. He says she would win for the fact that she'll fight much dirtier than Black Widow or Elektra. That's what I'm getting at. Like she doesn't give a shit. Like she doesn't have. I don't think she has a moral compass. So. And then, of course, like you said, like the age and the experience, like, yeah.
Yeah, Hotshot's a little gullible too, so
Yeah.
he may be primed for her traps.
Yeah, that's it. The most fun character in this comic. Well, like I was telling Mike earlier, I want to try and find. I don't know if I have a picture on this device of him.
Now, if you find it, I can let you share it, so it's cool.
I don't think I have it, but in issue 1 we have a guy named White Devil, and he's White Devil 2, and he's exactly what you would picture a guy named White Devil it would look like. And he's got kind of a southern twang, and he's really stupid, and smokes a lot of pot, and his costume is a white origami pterodactyl.
See, I'm done. I can't wait to see this character.
And he just like his costume malfunctions. Anyway, yeah, yeah.
I can't wait to see this character. Like I'm really excited.
And
about
him being such an idiot kind of makes fun of racist assholes too, and it's like it's great.
Thank you, Jamin. I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is looking so cool.
Thank you.
I'm excited. Paul's gonna love it.
Paige's next question is going to be crossover with his comic. That's where he's leading to. That's like one of my favorite parts about this is just dropping those colors in without using the selection tool. Jesus, it is so satisfying.
Yeah, that's great. Flatting with the selection tool is the shittiest.
And it really does. It's if you want your work to look good, it's a very important tool to use when you're in Photoshop and stuff like that. But man.
And yeah, Mike's pointing out, and yes, which is why I wish I had a picture, but like the pterodactyl's head on White Devil 2's suit is suspiciously pointy, if you know what I mean.
Oh man. He's got to go.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm pretty confident that yeah. I don't want to spoil anything.
Well, you're doing a good job staying tight-lipped there.
But no, he doesn't. He's not triumphant. Don't worry. If I was a character in this comic, I don't know. I don't think I'm a shitty enough person. They're all villains. So, geez, man. I mean, would it be cool to walk around naked and like disintegrate people and smear it all over my body? I maybe like if I was a sociopath. Oh.
Hey, and I believe I responded to you also is that I just like I'm not ready to cross over to a bunch of different other comic book characters. I had things already in the works for stuff lined up that I already had planned for a crossover. Like, not to toot my own horn, but I got very specific rules in my universe set up. So like it would have to be worked around that, and I already knew where I was going with those type of things. But I was thinking you would ask for a crossover with Laurie because some of her characters are military suited with powers and stuff like that. Like, this book is actually right up your alley. You should pledge.
you should pledge. Oh yeah, Mike was pointing out. Sorry, you're right. I'm nervous and I'm like forgetting shit left and right because Paul was supposed to be here. So the racist guy was White Devil 1, obviously. And then White Devil 2 just inherited his stuff.
Okay.
So that I mean, he's not great either, but that's kind of where that whole theme and the the hood come from and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he is not like, yeah, don't get me wrong. No.
Oh, yep, that's a part of her hair. Make sure we get that.
It's not, I don't know if I'd call it military style, but basically the military is recruiting the villains, so you get kind of you encounter a lot of military characters, and some of these villains are also military. Like this woman, I mean, is technically military. She's KG or ex-KGB or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they have to work for the military. The whole most of the I was gonna say no, that's too many spoilers. Never mind. I'm gonna cancel it. We don't know we don't know what's happened to them. We just know they've all been killed. And if you check out the trailer on Kickstarter, you'll see like the last guy, his name's Citizen One. He's kind of like the Superman of this universe. He just gets ripped in half. So all we know is that whatever it is was powerful enough to kill all of them. And that's kind of where we start. But we don't know. Oh, Paige was backer 194. Thank you. That's awesome.
Awesome, Paige. Good job. Thanks, man.
Just 6 more.
Oh, man. I hate it when it misses these little cracks.
Let me see if I can get you the link to just the trailer, actually.
Oh no, don't put that there.
Yeah, Mike, I sent you a link to just the trailer on YouTube in case people just want to watch that.
I'm not trying to make you look bad. You tried to make me look bad. I asked you and you ignored me. All right, I got the link for the trailer. Yeah, check this trailer out, man. This trailer is a lot of fun. But I would be interested, Paige, if the right story came along, also when I was freed up enough to do it. Oh man, I should have maybe waited. I don't know. Let's see here.
The YouTube link doesn't work? It should. I just tried it.
Yeah, it works for me. I just tried it.
Yeah. So I guess next time we'll have to get you to do Devilfish so we can find out more about him.
Oh, I would be very excited about that. I think that like out of all the characters, that's the one I'm most interested in seeing. Also the one I think looks the coolest out of them.
Yeah.
It's hard to make. I think like in this day and age, it's really hard to make a monster design of somebody that really pops, and that one does. Like not just like the way it's drawn, but like the color choices for him as well.
Yeah, he's really cool. It's really unique.
So yeah, I would be very excited. Like I'd be very excited to take a crack at that. Plus, I don't get to draw a lot of monsters either.
Yeah.
But I do know I look forward to when you guys come on, because I know chances are I'm drawing a woman, and that's one of the reasons why I started this show, is to practice working on drawing females.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like in comics, it's crazy. Just, I don't know, just the difference when you're drawing one or the other. Like that sounds stupid, but like you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Even just like poses and everything. Like it's a completely different ball game, and it's a different ball game to make it look badass without over sexualizing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like women have boobies, but the boobies don't need to be the first thing in the camera. That kind of thing, you know?
Right. I know, like, in just the time that I've been working with you and Moana, like, I've been making sure the designs I've come across, like, I've been trying to pay a lot of attention in how I'm drawing some of the female characters or whatnot. And like, Laurie, Moana, what say you?
Yeah. Oh, that's been awesome. Yeah.
And not to also say that there isn't wrong with, having a sexy character or whatnot, but
No.
Every female in creation isn't over sexualized, and that's what we're trying to not do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we have a whole variety of this on Unthinkables too. Like this character is pretty sexy, but we also have like Riot Girl, who is Scottish and drunk all the time and really loud and boisterous and muscular and not like there's all different kinds.
Right. And I felt like a little sexy to this. She had the cleavage down in the picture that you sent me, so I was like, oh well, this one's okay to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, when you work for the KGB or when you're a spy, I feel like, sometimes you use the boobies to your advantage. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Now, let's see here. Now I believe I can merge these down. I'm going to do a little trick that Tetsakura taught me. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to hit screen on that. Now I'm going to take my little eraser. Oh, yeah. That's the color I hate to try to shadow with the screen layer is red. Red is so annoying.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's not your fault. I used to know how to do it in Photoshop, and I haven't figured out how to do it in Procreate yet. So like when I'm trying to create my light layer, I create a separate layer and I turn it into a screen, and I just erase the dark out that I want to keep to be that like that shadow. But I have another trick for red, so it'll happen whether it wants to or not.
Oh, Paige is asking about crossovers. What comics do you watch that would be a good fit if you did one? Oh, I don't know, man. Because these are all villains and they're all crazy and violent. I don't know if that.
So, since Michael wasn't, what comics did you watch that would
I
be a
don't.
good fit?
I don't know
if
if
you
that.
did one.
What about for you?
Well, we just did a crossover with Vantage In-House Productions, but we also had it like it was planned. So it actually started for Vantage In-House in their book, and it bled over to I think 2 other comic book publishers, and then came over to us, and we did a one-shot called it's the Scribble War. What we did online, where me and Victor were battling each other on Facebook. Well, we did 24 pages, and we're putting that together in a book, and that's the result of our characters' worlds merging together. And then the last couple pages, almost in the same way how you guys are adding pages to tie up your story when you split it in half, we're adding 2 more pages to wrap up how it ends, to give the reason of what happened. Oh no, what did they do now that they've confronted each other? So we've been working on that for a while, though. So it was all those pages were put together. Then it got hinted to happen in Hotshot 9, Vigilance 3, and Heroes International 3. Then we did the Scribble War, and then you're gonna see the end of it once we actually bring that book out. But there's a few other places. I'm actually I just did a chat and draw with Hustle Comics. And I would love to do a crossover with them. I think some of the stuff they're doing with their characters work with freestyle comic characters, and that's the thing too. It's like I'm not trying to insult anybody else's characters or whatnot, but you got to make sure that like the crossover actually works and makes sense for the characters that you're trying to cross over. And I got to know a lot about Concrete and Hustles, their characters, and I'm like, man, I think a crossover with us could work. But again, that story has to be, written, planned, or whatnot. And, you got to think about how you're going to do it. Like, I would love to just do a bunch of crossovers, but I don't want to just do a bunch of crossovers for the sake of doing crossovers.
Right. Yeah, we were always hesitant about doing that with Super. Because there has to kind of be a good fit. Yeah, Metal Shade might, like, that would be cool. I gotta talk to Isaac. He's a cool dude. That would be awesome.
No. Hey, Jay, man, are you serious? I thought that got delayed again. I thought it got pushed back.
Is he actually? Is that actually official? Because I've been waiting to find out about that.
Because that's who I want it to be.
I feel like isn't that, yeah, no, okay. Yeah.
Come on, Jay, man, don't leave us hanging. Me and Laurie.
Yeah, you gotta tell us. I really wanted it to not be Leonardo because that's such a stupid, obvious choice.
Same here, and I thought Raphael was an obvious choice too.
And Raphael. I wanted it to be one of the other two. That would have been fine.
It got leaked.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Well, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm super happy with that too. The new Ninja Turtle run on the comic book, the one that hit 100, I really enjoyed. They did an issue where Michelangelo and Splinter weren't seeing eye to eye, and like Mikey fought Splinter.
Oh wow.
And I mean, he fought Splinter, like no holding back, and he was giving Splinter massive work. Like I was blown away, like, because they always portray Michelangelo as the goofy one, outside of the original comic book. So to see him take such a serious foothold on what he was defending and fight Splinter, I was like, oh, I'm all in. That's what got me on that series, and I've been hunting those issues down and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yes. Okay. So that was pretty exciting, and it was a story that I was like, man, these are the type of stories they need to do with Ninja Turtles. Like, you guys don't need to reinvent it every 5 years for a new generation of children or whatnot. Or if you do, give the old generation a continuation. Like, what they did right there with that story showed so much growth and potential with the characters. And like, we need more of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, all right, so there we go. Lights. I think that's awesome. I'm not going to say anything else about it, though, but I need to go get my copy. I swear I just read, like, on CBR or something, that they had pushed it back again.
Yeah, I thought they did. Yeah, because I've been waiting to get it.
It's like, man, why are y'all pushing back a comic book? This ain't a damn movie. Like, just release the book.
Oh, is it a weird size, Brad? What size did they do it?
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, that is dumb.
Why would you do that?
Like, there should be like the typical comic size, and then there's like a wider golden age size or something, and like that's it. Like, you're not supposed to dick around with it.
I agree with you.
J-Man says it got pushed back because reviews were bad. How? How do you mess this up?
I don't know, but apparently they did.
Give me Ninja Turtles. Let's fix it. Like, let's do it instead. How do you mess? How, like, it's such good material to work with. How do you fuck it up?
I don't know, but that's a little depressing. But I don't know, man. I don't know how you feel about comics. Like, you remember that storyline with Doc Ock taking over Peter Parker's brain and becoming Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I absolutely hated it. Like, I was like, I refuse. I'm not reading any of these books. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. And then I borrowed the books, like the whole run. I borrowed the whole thing from somebody and I read it, and it was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It was like really, really good. And I was like, so is this just me being grumpy ass, I like my comic books a certain way, old ass guy, or one of those things? Because getting to read it all in one run, or sit down and read it or whatever, it was actually well written, and it was a clever idea, and it was a game changer as far as sparking new life into Spider-Man books. Because how often can you do the same old thing?
Yeah, no kidding.
With Peter Parker. All right. Now we do. Now this, though, I do admit, I love this selection tool on here, because I can stop right now and put the pencil back down and finish my selection. Like, that's super dope that they put that in there, and it makes me so happy, because I've lost many a shape
Yeah.
by not being able to just take a small break. And I think it's I do feel like the selection can happen much quicker with this one.
Paige is trying to get me in trouble. He says, "What movie is better, Karate Kid or The Last Dragon?" There's gonna be like, if I give an answer, like everyone's gonna be mad at me either way. Like, it doesn't matter which answer I give.
That they're both see, that's what I did not want to do. Do I have my shapes back?
Are we gonna? Am I gonna make you answer this first? Do you have an answer?
I can give you an answer. I can definitely give an answer on this. What's better, Karate Kid or The Last Dragon? Karate Kid. While I enjoy The Last Dragon, and it's great, it's fun. There's just some things about Karate Kid that are just done better in the Karate Kid, and nothing's going to change that. It's the Karate Kid is a, and this is just me talking from nostalgia and looking back on them. The Karate Kid is a better produced film.
Right, that's fair. Yeah.
And The Last Dragon, while it has great characters, it's got a great theme, and it's fun. There are emotional beats in Karate Kid that you don't get in The Last Dragon.
Right.
Hence why Cobra Kai is so good now, because of the foundation that's built on Karate Kid 1.
Right. That's fair. Daniel is irritating, though. Like, we all have to admit that, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not wrong for that.
But yeah, like, they're both good. And I think there's definitely a budget. There's a budget thing going on with The Last Dragon, but it's fucking great.
Now, let's see that with actually, what does multiple?
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, there's a lot of aspects of Karate Kid that are irritating, but there's also aspects that are like iconic, I guess, too.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. And the iconic parts of it stand out more than the things that are irritating.
Yeah, whereas like The Last Dragon, like it doesn't have irritating shit the same way. Yeah, yeah, that's tough, man.
Yeah, it's a tough choice, but if you're talking about which is a better movie, I'm going with Karate Kid.
Yeah. Yeah, but like just Daniel on his own, like it's too irritating. He's so irritating. I agree. Brad says Daniel was way too annoying. He is annoying. Like, I'm not gonna argue with that.
I absolutely agree with you guys on that. Because if you look back at the theory of Karate Kid, Daniel's really the bully in that movie.
Yeah.
You can go back and look at everything that Daniel does, and you can see, like, he could have left well enough alone, and he's the one that kept pushing. It doesn't work in every single scenario, but it works in a lot of them.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever seen Neon Genesis Evangelion? Have you ever watched that? That's an old ass anime.
Yes, and I loved it as a teenager, and I hate it as an adult now.
Yep, same. But it's the same principle. The main character of Evangelion is very similar to Daniel. Like, he's just super whiny, and he's kind of a dick. And like, when you're a kid, like, you kind of relate to that shit. But then when you're an adult, you watch it, and you're like, what does this kid do? Like, why is this kid here?
Yeah.
Get rid of, like, this would be great if this kid wasn't here.
Absolutely. Oh, what did you just do?
Are they real? Are they really planning a Star Wars Star Trek crossover?
No, not that I
That's
know of.
Paige is fucking with us. There's no way.
Yeah, that they can't even. The community can't settle on Star Wars as it is. They're not doing a Star Trek Star Wars crossover. I'm gonna need a announcement from whoever has Star Trek and Disney before I believe that one page. I'm sorry.
I feel like doing that would just piss off everyone. Like, I don't know. I don't think that would be good. I don't think it would work.
I think it would piss off a lot of people too. That's not gonna work for me. I think I do need to make that a white.
J-Man, I cannot argue with that. That is very fucking true. He says Rhythm of the Night is better than middle-aged women's crush Peter Cetera soundtrack to Karate Kid.
What?
I mean,
This is why I do this show, for responses like that. Damn the practice of the art. Damn the cool ass creators. It's stuff like that.
so Last Dragon has better soundtrack and better characters, or better main character, let's say.
Look,
But
Karate Kid wins for one thing. The montage.
right.
The training montage for Karate Kid beats all of Last Dragon alone. All right? The montage is the truth. All right? And the main character in Last Dragon, he was so confident. He was a master already. He didn't even realize it. He could perfectly handle himself. And one of the reasons why I kicked it with Daniel is because I got picked on. And I could relate to that. And I've always wanted to learn martial arts to be able to defend myself. And like, that journey of him training and learning and then growing and then winning the tournament and stuff, that, it just spoke more in that
that's
respect.
true. Yeah, that's true.
In that respect for that. But like, make a Last Dragon now and I bet you it would be dope.
Yeah. They're both why I did martial arts when I was younger, so like whatever.
Oh, you did martial arts?
Yeah. I did a bit of karate, and then I did judo, and then I did kung fu for a couple of years. I wish I could do kung fu, but I'm in the middle of nowhere and people here don't teach that.
Well, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
But yeah, I love kung fu. I love kung fu movies. Yeah. I'm a nerd when it comes to that, for sure. J-Man says Vanity was hotter than Elizabeth Shue.
So like, Paige, so your mind's already made up, so I don't even know why you asked us. Your mind is absolutely made up already.
Well, Paige asked it, but J-Man is definitely for Last Dragon, right? I don't know. I fucking lost track
that's
at this point.
Oh no.
Then add the glow fight. Daniel had no glow. That's true.
He did not have glow.
You guys are making a lot of good points.
What is happening with my... Got the studio pen. I got the color I want. Oh,
yeah, I think they're both great movies, honestly. Yeah.
There we go. Now we are cooking.
Well, while we're on it, then Star Trek or Star Wars. Do you guys? Is there a preference, Mike? What about you guys in the comments?
I
You
like
both
them both,
differently. Yeah.
but I would probably say I'm more of a Star Wars fan than Star Trek, because the only Star Trek that I really, really dig on is Enterprise.
Okay. Have you seen all the Star Treks?
I have. I've seen all the Star. I like the original Star Trek movies better than Kirk's era, like Kirk's TV show. Obviously, they are better producer or whatnot, but I do enjoy the movies better than Kirk's show. But Next Generation is always my jam. Picard's crew is the way I roll.
Oh yeah, same.
I haven't been able to get into any other Star Trek crew the way I got into Picard. Although I want to see the new Star Trek stuff, but I'm not buying another app to watch it, so that's not going to happen. So
Yeah,
whenever they release something else,
I was lucky and I borrowed it from someone and I watched the first season of Discovery and I think you'd absolutely fucking love it. It's fantastic. Anyone who's complaining that Discovery is no good is just like they like Kirk era Star Trek and that's it. Like it's that kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Discovery was fantastic. I really like it, and I want to see season 2. I haven't had a chance yet.
Okay, yeah, I absolutely want to watch it because I'm a huge fan of them. Okay, that's as big as it's gonna get.
And yes, Paige, the comic is done. So like basically, as soon as we fund, we're gonna be sending it to print. / giving you the digital book. I forget about digital books. I'm just like, oh, yeah, we're printing it, and forget that the digital book's done. Don't get me wrong, digital comics are great, but like I like having a physical one.
Yeah.
When I read them, I don't know why, but. Deep Space Nine is also really good, but like it's like Next Generation and then Deep Space Nine. Like they're close.
I don't know if I like that color.
I started trying to watch Voyager again, but it's rough.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad because having the female captain is awesome, but like, whoa, it's rough.
And I do like Janeway. I do like her, and I like the captain from Deep Space Nine. I don't think I don't dislike Deep Space Nine. I just never found the episode that pulled me into it.
Right.
Oh yeah, I think that covers
it. Brad is asking about digital sales compared to physical. So in my experience so far, because we sell our books on Comixology, we only do well when there's a sale. The rest of the time we sell, I don't know, a couple books here, a couple books there. But as soon as Comixology puts things on sale, we'll get hundreds of sales in a month. But then, of course, you're not making as much money because it's on sale and Comixology is taking a cut. I think it's worth having it, but like I wouldn't expect to make millions of dollars on your digital sales. But I would consider them like, well, it's bonus money. Like you don't have to, there's no print copy. There's no cost to having a digital book. And, for international people, sometimes that's just better because shipping is ridiculous.
Yeah.
See, yeah, well, Janeway was great, but like, I don't know if you've watched Voyager recently, but if you haven't, you should try because, like, I tried. I really tried, Paige. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and see, and that's what it's going back and watching something that you love. Like for example, what were we just talking about? The Neon Genesis. Like as a kid, I thought that was like the dopest thing out there. And then like I was like, oh, it's on Netflix. I'm gonna watch it. It's terrible. It's terrible.
It's yeah. It had like the robots are cool, but beyond that, it's complete trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that I went through that recently. I rewatched the second Ninja Turtles movie, and that was my favorite for a really long time. But yeah, I rewatched it, and it's kind of bad. The first one still holds up. The first Ninja Turtles movie is still awesome, but the second one is ridiculous. Like I don't know why I liked that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh yeah. I know what
Vanilla
you're talking
Ice
about.
and like yeah, I don't know. But yeah, rewatching it made me sad because like in my mind I watched it and there was Super Shredder and it was the fucking coolest thing I'd ever seen. And then I watched it and I was like, it's like it's the shittiest looking foam suit. It's so bad.
All right, we're gonna let this see where that lets us ride. Love. All right, so I'm gonna get you guys this link one more time. Here's the piece all done. Unlikely Hero Studios came on here to get the color commission done for it, and I'm gonna call it done at this point and give it to Laurie. I'll separate it in case you guys want to do something else with the background. I'm probably just spent. I've been drawing all day. If I think of something else to do with the background, I'll mess around with it. But I definitely had fun drawing her in this pose. I don't think. What is it? February? I don't think February Mike Watson would have tried this pose with her. But I'm a good 6 months in the chat and draw. I'm pretty adventurous right now.
Yeah, it's fun. It's awesome, man.
So,
Oh,
go ahead, Laurie.
no, there's just so many people asking questions and they're distracting me. No, you're good. I'm like ready to talk about Ninja Turtles for 3 hours.
Oh my goodness. I could do that all day. Well, here is the Kickstarter link. I just put it in there again for you guys. Go check it out. We did not hit our goal today. I wanted to get her 200 backers while we were on the show. We only got 3, which I'm not complaining about it. I'm happy that we got those 3 on there or whatnot. They're at $7,630. They still got 27 days to go. They got 194 backers. When they hit 200, Laurie Foster and company will be giving this out. Thank you, Tyrell. We'll be giving this out as a reward for getting 200 backers. But there's 3 things you can do, and you can do any combination of these things. You can share the Kickstarter. Just advocate for it. Put it in your network. Let Laurie and Unlikely Hero Studios get access to your audience, because there may be somebody in your friends group that really likes this comic book and just doesn't know it yet. Thank you, Katie. Or if you're tight for funds, I understand that. How about just give $1? I just did with my team at Freestyle Comics and Short Fuse Media Group. We just did an FSK Dollathon where we raised $800 in one day. And that was pretty incredible. That shows the power of $1. I'm not going to turn away no dollars. Laurie's not turning away no dollars. $1 helps. You get 2,000 people to give $1. That's $2,000 right there. So, you do. Thank you, Mona. You like the color combo?
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
All right. That's why I was a little shaky on. I didn't know if the colors were working right with it. But you can do that, or you can look on this Kickstarter and find one of your favorite tiers and go ahead and pledge that like I did myself, and just give it a share, advocate for it, and things like that. But thank you very much for everybody tuning in. Laurie, you got any final words here?
Okay, you're putting me on the spot. I was like listening to you and super absorbed in doing that. Yeah, just check out the Kickstarter, guys. The book is done, so it's ready to go to print. uhstudios.com/Kickstarter. Even if, like Mike said, if you can give a couple bucks, you can watch the trailer. It's fun. It's worth the time to watch. I promise. It's hilarious. Yeah.
Awesome.
Come check out Unthinkables. It's awesome.
All right. Okay, so Laurie, I will get this off to you. It'll be a Google Drive link. I want to thank you for coming on to the show and spending this time with us. Sorry the writer could not be here today, but as always, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you.
You too. It was awesome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. And give me a follow, give me a share, give me a like, or even a dislike. I don't care. Just let's get some engagement on this post. You can find me at Most Epic Art on Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And that's all, everybody. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Chat and Draw.